Now from downtown Cleveland and Progressive Field. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about ready for baseball. And on the mound now, Logan Allen.
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
And stepping in is the speedy Parker Meadows. In there at the knees. And we're underway. Throw on to Santana. One up, one down. Here comes Gleyber Torres.
Batting second, the second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
One strike.
And a strike to Gleyber.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And a couple of quick outs. Here's Riley Green. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well.
1-1.
2 out, space is empty. And that is in for a strike. And it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back here in Cleveland. Getting the nod in this one, Keider Montero.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Stephen Kwan, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
1-0. Ball. 2-0.
Late with the swing there.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
That one in for a strike, 2-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Got him! Larry Bullard rings him up. Now it's Jose Ramirez. That one's in there. 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Not close with that one. Now 1-2. And that skips into dirt.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
On the ground, right side, and it's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting third, the first baseman.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Not
One
even
ball,
close
no strike.
there. Ball one. Ramirez at first, one gone. Swing and a miss.
This guy at the dish excels in 2 strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So in now for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo.
Manzardo.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
No ball. 1 strike.
Check swing called strike, and it's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. Back now at Progressive Field. And here's the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Allen back to work. That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. Jones hauls it in for the out. 1 away. And now the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter.
Number 30,
one of the
Kerry
best in the game against right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, that's another story. There's a strike. Singy, is this more common today? Guys really only succeeding against pitchers throwing from a specific side?
I think it's because you just don't get a very long trial period anymore. I mean, with the analytics and the numbers, teams are looking for instant success with the lineups that they construct. So if you don't figure it out quickly against certain types of pitchers, you're just not going to get those opportunities.
Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
3-1.
Now it's 3-2. No score here in the second. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Batting 6, the shortstop.
2 outs, base is empty. Javier Baez up now for the Tigers. That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Fastball for a strike. In the dirt, now 1-2. Right through there, got it. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Here in Cleveland, bottom of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann.
Daniel Schneemann.
And a swing and a miss.
No ball. 1 strike.
There's a swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Batting 6.
So up next, Angel Martinez.
Martinez.
Swing and a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
First pitch swing and went up there with the plan to be aggressive. Nice line drive to pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Bo Naylor in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. That one finds the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just missed. Man at first, 1 away. Next pitch is outside. Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts
Batting
now.
8, the right fielder.
Now here's Nolan Jones.
Jones.
Swings and misses. 0-1. That one missed. Line drive and a base hit right there.
And now first and second with 2 outs. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game. But
oh, now this ball gets down. 1 runs in. Coming home. In to score from first. And they lead by 2.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Inside, almost got him.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
Steps off, lead runner back to second. 2 outs. And 1 in scoring position. Here comes a pitch. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. All set for the start of the inning. Now the third baseman, Zach McKinstry.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that's through there for a strike. Outside low. And a count now even up. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And now the catcher comes up to him, Jake Rogers. Down the middle for a strike. 0-1. Rogers in his 5th season in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. 1 out, bases empty. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Naylor down to first, gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. And next is the designated hitter, Colt Keith. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Fouled off left side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Clobbered to right field, way back, gone.
And that ball's way back, and you touch him home.
And they're on the board. It's 2-1.
Got to keep that front shoulder closed and your body square to the plate, especially when you're facing a left-hander. He did all those things until the very last moment where that hip just popped. Hands came through, nice little lag to it. Carried out nicely.
Now, Parker Meadows grounded out his first time. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that one.
Then he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. And welcome back to the
Leading
ballpark.
off
Now the
for
number
the
2
Guardians,
hitter, Jose
the third
Ramirez.
baseman, Jose Ramirez.
And that is out of play. Check swing, and he went. And the count is 0-2.
0-2.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Now batting,
Carlos
the first
Santana
baseman,
digs in for the Guardians. He
Santana.
struck out swinging at his first at bat. Swing and a miss. There's the slider.
0-1.
It's 0-1. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
No ball. 2 strike.
Lined into right. Puts it away for the out. 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where
The
you have to
designated
remind
hitter,
yourself
number 9,
it's about the
Kyle
process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Manzardo now in
No
the
ball.
box.
1 strike.
Comes up empty with a swing there. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
0-2.
Gonna count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Guardians go down in order. And we're back.
Leading
Here's
off
the
for
second
Detroit,
baseman,
the second
Gleyber
baseman,
Torres.
Gleyber Torres.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, these Tigers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Missed with a changeup. And the count 1-2. Ground ball left side.
that's foul,
And
that's
foul ball. Next
That's a
pitch
ball.
in the dirt. The count now 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And now Riley Green. That one outside. And that's ball 1. In the air, left field. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. And next will be the Tiger cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson. He's 0 for 1. That one the other way. Slings to first, and they get Torkelson for the out. Out number 3. Back here in Cleveland, ready to go, bottom 4. Now it's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Angel Martinez. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
You know, these Guardians doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And that's too high.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Bo Naylor at the plate now. Struck out looking his first time.
Naylor.
1-0.
This one in the dirt. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Now it's the right fielder, Nolan Jones. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And it's fouled away. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Way back there. And it's gone. And they boost their lead. It's 4-1. So 2 away with nobody on. Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. 3rd out. Back now at Progressive Field. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's going to be Kerry Carpenter. Allen back to work. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit.
Now batting, shortstop, Javier Baez.
Man at first, and now the shortstop, Javier Baez. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, these Tigers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story.
Ramirez quickly to second for 1. On to Santana, 2. And the batter now, Zach McKinstry.
The 5-4-3 double play is a gem in baseball, and how can you not appreciate the skill and practice it takes to make this look so easy? Great work by the infield.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get in the swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And a swing and a miss. That's his 9th strikeout so far. Here in Cleveland, here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
The left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Grips 1 to right. Reaching down, makes the catch. Here's
Now
Jose
batting,
Ramirez.
third baseman,
1 for 2.
Ramirez.
All right, Siggy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And that one's gone. And they add to the lead. It's 5-1. New pitcher for the Tigers, Brant Curder. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Number 48, Brant Curder.
And now it's going to be Carlos Santana. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Late on that fastball.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Rogers the first, 2 gone. 2 down, bases empty. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo. Pulls that one foul. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swings through that.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
Detroit,
Now
the catcher,
here
number
is
34,
Jake Rogers.
Jake Rogers.
You think back to 2017, and Cleveland set a major league record. 22 consecutive wins they had. It was capped off with a 10-inning walk-off win. Pretty amazing streak and a big part of the history of this yard. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Boog, and I remember early in that season covering them and talking to their staff and players, and they didn't feel like they had really clicked yet. Now, when I went back to do some research, looking at metrics like base runs, I realized they weren't scoring runs at the rate in which the data was saying they should be at. So the numbers were saying it was just a matter of time until they would take off. Little did we know that it would convert into a 22-game winning streak, and it took the baseball world by storm.
I love when you talk nerd to me. Drops into the glove, and there's one down. Colt Keith, the next to
Now
hit.
batting, the designated hitter, Colt Keith.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Schneemann got the out. And next to hit for Detroit, Parker Meadows. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. 2 down, nobody on. And a base hit.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did. At the plate,
Now
you trusted your
pitching for
hands,
the Guardians,
you let the ball travel, and you
number
took the barrel
36.
straight to it. That's great work right there.
Hey.
Gleyber Torres up to hit. And now 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
3-0 down. And there's the automatic.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
2 strikes.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. First and second,
batter, the
2
left
outs.
fielder,
Riley Green up now for the Tigers. And there's a ball.
No strike.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Strike one. First and second, 2 down. And we're the top half of the 6th. And strike 2.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Bottom of the 6th inning. Stepping up for the Guardians. Daniel Schneemann.
Second baseman, Daniel
Herder, a tall lefty, 26 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Guardians, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've been lining the ball all over the ballpark, and unfortunately, sometimes it's right into a glove. But still, they've hit 9 line drives so far, and that's something they should feel very good about.
That's a ball. Tried the sweeper.
Speaking of those line drives, you can't get too discouraged when they don't drop in for you. It's important to remember that you pretty much did everything right, and that's just baseball sometimes.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. And up next for Cleveland, Angel Martinez. One down, base is empty. Fought off foul. Here's the 0-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Now batting the catcher.
2 outs, base is empty. And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Starting to go after it. Now a look down to third. No swing. He held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. On the ground. He'll do it himself. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. New inning getting started. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson. Right through there for a strike. And down on strikes. And now one away. And now the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter.
The right fielder, number 30, Kerry Carpenter.
Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
One strike.
Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield, and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Baez stands in now and watches strike one. Swing and a miss.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Got him swinging. And next up for the Tigers, Zach McKinstry, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Drops a bunt down the first base side, and that's a foul ball. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. In the dirt. And a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout. And we're back. Bottom of the 7th. And here is Nolan Jones.
The right fielder, Nolan Jones.
And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Meadows makes the play, and a quick out, number 1. Gabriel. Chase Lee taking over on the mound.
The Tigers. Number 53, Chase Lee.
There's a strike.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Late on that fastball.
No ball. 2 strike.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Out number 2.
Now batting.
Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Back now at Progressive Field. We're at the top of the 8th, and here's the catcher, Jake. Rogers.
Now pitching for the Guardians, number 29, Tim Herrin.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-1.
Strike two.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Struck him out looking. Colt Keith up now for the Tigers. He's already homered here in this one. That catches the corner. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Martinez makes a move towards the gap and puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And now Parker Meadows. 1 for 3. On the inside corner for a strike. Swings through that one for strike 2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
That missed by a lot. And that is ball 1. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Back here in Cleveland. Now at the plate, Jose Ramirez.
Leading off for the
Lee
Guardians,
back to work.
the third baseman.
That one upstairs, ball 1.
Ramirez.
That clips the corner. That one missed. Next offering is in for a strike. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Ripped on a line. Carpenter hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. And now the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
As good as he's seeing the ball.
Santana.
The left-hander on now Tyler
pitching
Holton.
for Detroit, number 87, Tyler Holton.
Swing and a ball line to center. Gets down, base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
The designated hitter, number 9.
Next for the Guardians is the designated hitter, Kyle Mansardo. Late on that fastball.
No ball. 1 strike.
That one fouled off. Santana leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Tag out at second. It's a double play. And just like that, the inning is over. Here in Cleveland, here's Gleyber Torres.
Gleyber Torres.
The wind of the pitch. Right through there for a strike. Aaron, in his second season, he throws a slurve, a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a sinker. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. He's 2 outs away. Here's the left fielder, Riley Green. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And a foul ball. Tap foul at the plate. Base is empty, one away here at the top of the ninth. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Now only one out remaining. Here comes Tork to the plate.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Up and in, and that's ball
One
one.
ball, no strike.
And a swing and a miss there.
1-1.
That
2-1.
one well upstairs. And it's 2-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Herron is just 1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team
Good
win
night.
at home, there's
Good
just something
night.
special about that.
Good night.
Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.